We're going to learn a traditional tune called the Harvest Home Hornpipe. It can also be played as a reel, I suppose, but we'll teach it as a hornpipe. It's in the key of D. Lovely little tune. And the first thing you want to get is the feel of that rhythm and a little practice probably crossing strings. So I'm just playing D and A, and I'm playing a down bow pretty strong on the D and kind of rebounding on the A. Not necessarily lifting my bow up, but sometimes. You can experiment. Different places on your bow will feel a lot different. It's kind of hard out here, and you get a softer sound. It's a little easier, and you get a crisper sound closer to the frog. And this is also about the balance point of your bow. It makes it easier to cross strings if you're right about that first third of your bow. That's where I do a lot of my playing. Some people play way out here, but I tend to be right about here. Once you've got that feeling, you can add the F sharp in, second finger on the D string, and this was the first measure of the tune. You can just practice that for a little while. And there's no saying you have to only play it 2 times. It's only 2 times in the tune. But I practice it for quite a little while, and then like pause the video, practice for a little while, get that feel, and then move on. So moving on, we start with the D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A. Then we walk up the scale, starting on D, third finger on the A string. Up and down. The notes are just 3, E, 1, E, 3 on A, 2, 1, A. Just walking up and down the scale. Play it again with the rhythm. So join that with the first bit. Again. Now we're going to have some more string crossing, starting from E to A this time. So every time we're crossing to the A string, the notes on the E string are going to be E, F sharp, first finger, second finger low, G natural, and back to F sharp. So I leave the F sharp down the whole time, or F as soon as I play it. Add the 2, back to 1. Again. Now we have a fast little series of triplets. It's a smoother feel. It's like we've got a little bit of jig inserted in the middle of our hornpipe. It's actually easier than it looks and sounds. We play starting on E. So you play E, F, E, D, C, B, and it's a C sharp. And then the same fingering, so it's E1, E3, 2, 1. Same fingering starting on the A string. A, G, F sharp, E. And if we put them together, we get this. Again. And those pieces all together make the first half of the A part. We'll play what we have. Up and down. Crossing on E, A, and fast bits. That's the first half of the A part. We go on, it's much the same. We go up and down. We start the E and A crossing and it's going to change. So that's the ending of the A part. We start the E crossing. E, A, F, A, G, low second finger. And then instead of going to A, we go to E. E, A, F sharp, A, G, E, C sharp, back to E. So we have G natural, E, C sharp, E, low 2 on the E string, open E, regular 2 on the A string, back to E. And so you have to really move that second finger, and it feels like a farther distance than you think it should be. And then the very ending, third finger on the A string, D, to F sharp, first finger on E, back to D. So E, A, whole A part, which gets repeated. Fast bits. Ending. And now we would repeat. And to get to the repeat, I play A, F sharp, open A and second finger on the D string, etc. And we repeat. All right, and if the A part seemed like a lot to learn, the good news about the B part is there's only really one, or you could say it was 2, new phrases. So instead of our pickup notes to the A part, which went, we're going to do C sharp and D, second finger and third finger on the A string. And how that sounds coming out of the A part ending, it's like this. Because we're starting on an E. So we have triplets in here. The way I bow this sort of triplet, I play the 2 eighth notes before it's slurred. So I'm slurring from E to A on a down bow, and then starting my triplet on an up bow. Up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. And then again for the next one with F sharp to A. So starting with the pickup notes, I'll use an up bow slurred, C sharp and D. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the fingers 2, 3, E, A, 1 on the E string, A. One more time from the up bow pickup notes. And now we have some more string crossing. Second finger. So that's 2, A, 1, A, E, A. And I didn't do the bowing that time, but I do the bowing there. So we have 2, G natural, first finger in E, F sharp, A, and then another E to A slur, triple it. Again, E, A, triple it, F, A, triple it, G, A, F, A, E, A, triple And that's the only new part. Let's do it one more time. C sharp, pickup, up bow. And after that we have, which we had in the A part and the fast bit. And then the rest of the B part is all the second half of the A. Ending. So whole B part. Whole tune. Repeat the A part. B part. Repeat.